All right, what's up? What's up, everybody? Connor on Shane here. I'm bringing you guys a little bit more information today on certain coins and waiting on dips. All right, this is going to be just kind of a shorter video because I want to point out something that a lot of people may not understand about how I look to invest in many altcoins, or well, specifically my micro caps. So Liquid Protocol is a fairly new project. In my opinion, very strong fundamentals, solid team. They got a lot of stuff going on in the back end that I think is, excuse me, I think is extremely bullish. This to me is a huge project that this is going to be very good in the DeFi narrative going forward, this bull run. And so this coin specifically, I want to show you guys this chart and why this is a good buy to me. So shout out Johnny Wins, one of my Patreon members. Cool ass dude. I had a talk with him last night. He picked my brain a little bit about, I guess just how I look into microcaps, why I buy at certain levels, stuff like that. And that's kind of what I want to get into here. Just want to share with you guys a little bit. So the reason why I'd say this coin is a buy, again, is because mainly I'm looking at this chart now. Let me pull up Dex Tools too before I get into this. I'm sorry, Dex Screener. And I've been sick now for like 4 days, and my throat has been so dry. If I don't have water or coffee next to me, I cannot talk. It's crazy. LP. So Liquid Protocol. So mainly with Liquid Protocol, this is, like I said, very bullish project in my opinion. And so I've talked about it in a different video. So I look at mainly new launches and brand new coins in multiple phases. So phase one of usually a new coin is going to be right here. It's going to be the launch, the run up. When a coin starts moving up, comes back down, has its main blow off top. Right here is usually, let me get rid of this for right now. This is, in my opinion, phase one, is when the coin is just so hyped up. Everybody on Twitter is talking about it. There's a lot of volume coming in. You can see volume just continuously climbs. That's phase one to me. That is, I call it the hype phase when a new coin launches. And this is when, there's a lot of different people that are, they kind of trade differently than I do. But they look to buy into coins, directly when they launch, whether it's a few hours to a few days, to catch the bottom of this market cap and then run this up all the way, and then they sell at the top here. So that's not how I specifically trade or invest. I don't really trade coins like that. But the reason why I'm looking at this right now is because of how hard it has dipped from its all-time high or its previous high. Because right now, this is in a phase two, where I call it after the hype phase, after the hype dies off, the coin finally starts to slow down, and it retraces almost, it has a full retrace. I look for retraces of anywhere from 60%, 70%. This is almost at 80% right now. A lot of people would look at that and be like, bro, you're buying a coin that's down 80%. When it just launched, this is going to go to zero, But my argument is that most, if not all launches in crypto, they go through some sort of phase like this. Whether it's a brand new coin, it launches, pumps for a day, then it dumps, then it flatlines. And I'm not talking about a meme coin or these rugs out here. I'm talking about legitimate, solid projects, that have a lot of community that's pushing them too. Every coin is going to do this at some point when they launch. Phase one, they got the hype phase. It's going to shoot up, have its run up. People are going to start selling, taking profits at the top. In phase two, eventually it's going to start dropping, fades, and volume is going to fade out. This is exactly where I look to get back in. Or not back in. This is where I look to actually enter these projects. So right now, Liquid Protocol at around 90 cents. That was my goal, is to get it anywhere under $1. So I'm going to allocate into LP over the next few days. And And that's the thing, because I still believe in this team. They're still delivering. They still got so much coming for them. There's no reason why you shouldn't be buying at a massive discount, because this, like the pump here, all the talk, it died out because the coin has just been trending down. Like, people aren't making money on it. But with most, if not 90% of these coins that have real value, real solid teams, strong fundamentals, they're probably going to die out for a little while. But this is going to be your buy opportunity. Again, when no one's talking about it, that's when you're going to get in, because the only thing it's going to do after this, whether it takes a week, couple weeks, or even a month and a half, it's going to, again, push and create new highs, push to new levels, mainly because it's going to have so many different, more bullish factors going forward into it. And there's so many different things that can happen. Coin just could have insanely good marketing. They could rebrand. They could rebrand. There's so many different things that could happen. They update their website. They fix their contract. Renounce their contract. Start revenue share. So many things can happen that can just initially pump a coin again. But that's why I look for these dips, because when a coin launches, I look into it. If it looks like a great project for me, I'm done. I'm sold. But it doesn't mean I'm going to buy into it yet. That's what I saw LP as. When I saw it launch, I thought the utility is absolutely nuts for this coin. I still think it's going to do insanely well, knowing that they still got a lot coming. They got a lot of, eventually, when it picks up, they got a lot of different listings on various exchanges across the board, which are always huge factors for a coin. They're still constantly delivering. They got a lot of different functionalities that, are still going to come to the platform that they've talked about, or that are in their documents as well. So buying at an 80% discount is exactly what I look for in a coin. So that's mainly why I would buy it, because volume is dead, but all the fundamentals, all the good stuff is still here about them. The only thing different is the price is down 80% from where people wanted to get in, right? So the only thing left that's going to happen with this is it might try to pump again, it might come down, it may go into the green, where, in my opinion, anything in this green zone, it could even drop below it, usually is going to be a buy for me. Again, it's got to be the right, solid, fundamentally sound project. If it's a meme coin, that's different. Meme coins literally can do this. They will go right back, if not under where they launched from, and then just pump like this. Like that. I'm not talking about meme coins, like real fundamentally strong projects, really building something here. But again, anything in the green's good. This is really what I can see it doing, and eventually it's going to make new highs. This is a great long-term project, and right now, mainly I'm looking at it, it's under $1 million in market cap, so you're buying it basically at $1 million. To have something like at this level of DeFi, whatever, at this protocol level, I really could see this killing it. Like, to see this at 10 to 50 million in market cap, I think it's an understatement, But this is exactly what I look for. Is like, I look for these gems, whether they just launched or they're newer or they're very old projects, but they're still very low at the bottom. And I wait for the right time to get in. So LP is a great one. And this is just a gem entry too, I'm not going to lie. But again, if you guys are actually looking at buy LP right now, just know that price still can drop a lot. But that doesn't mean that you got a bad entry. I'm telling you right now, this is what happens to 95% of coins. Once the hype dies, people are afraid to buy it. And they only want to buy it once they see it pump another 30% and start to move again. Until it cracks like 8 million in market cap and they're like, yo, I just saw that down 95% from the top. Like, that's how a bull market kind of flows. It's how a bull market really works over time. So that's kind of how I look at my entries in the market. And this is just a fib. Let me see here. All I have is the 0, the 786, and the 1. So bottom line, what that means is like, if you cut this box here from 0 to 1 into 4 pieces, I'm just buying at the bottom fourth. That's all you got to worry about when you're looking for dips. This is how I invest in micro caps, and this is how I invest really in any project if I'm looking to get into it, because I will wait for a dip no matter what, or I will wait for a massive dip, because I know whether project A or B doesn't dip 60-70%, I know project C is going to give me that beautiful entry. And there's always going to be a new project that's going to have the same amount of hype, just enough push and narrative to like take it to the next level, which is why I have so many that are always on my radar. Because if one doesn't dip enough, there's another one that I'm in another narrative that, is at a bigger dip that is going to give me way more gains because it dropped an extra 20-25%. So this is what mainly I look for in these dips, in these micro caps, because now, when people are looking at $2, $3, $4 million liquid protocol, they're buying up here. Now they're down, 75-80%. Which stinks because it's like they see the value in it, but they just saw the green God candles, But 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, the project hasn't changed. Nothing changed. So why are you not buying it now? Right? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I know that I kind of a little bit of repetitive like speech here, but this is how I look to enter microcaps. Real quick too. Another coin that it's been on my radar that I actually got in the other day. No, literally, yesterday? Same thing. This is a similar coin in a sense of the chart. It just launched. To me, it had like a nice little hype phase. But now, what was I waiting for? I was waiting for a 50, 60, 70% dip. Where did this go? 74%. And I saw this. I bought this literally, I think at 6 a.m. I woke up, got out of bed. I couldn't even open my eyes, and because I saw the notification on my phone when I woke up, and I'm like, oh, let me get in this. I couldn't even, my eyes weren't even awake, and I got in it. Because that's what I wait for. These solid dips are key. And obviously it's not like an insane buy. It went up a little bit, but again, what I expect out of this is still, this could come back down, could fade right here, eventually before it takes off again. So that is what I look for in these markets, specifically in these micro caps. And what I'm going to do with a lot of these profits over time, I'll be taking profits usually around 10-20x in a lot of these coins. But if some of these projects really show the strength and the continuity throughout this bull run, a lot of them I might just hold long term. But the ones that I do sell, rotating straight into my mid caps, aka like my Tectum, Ori chain, anything that's got like around 20, 30, 40, 50 million in market cap now that are still going to do 20, 30x is like nothing. But they're just a lot less risky because now they got a lot more social, consensus. A lot of people believe in it more. And, there's just a lot more things going on with a lot of these bigger caps, But that's how I invest in these coins. That's what I look for. And I hope you guys got some value out of this to just watch. And I appreciate you guys for real for being here. Again, shout out Johnny Wins. Bro, dope talking to you. And I'm glad I can drop this video for everybody. This was inspired by you, man. So I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one.